Okay, I wanted to give a little review on my Chiappa 22, my M4 Chiappa. It's M4 Chiappa Firearms. What else does it say right there? Oh, Kurnar, Italy. That's what it says. Kurnar, Italy. Chiappa Firearms, M422 caliber. And it has Dayton, Ohio on there, but I put that on there. Okay, so I modified this a little bit. It had that fake plastic um, assist. So I took a broken one. This was out of my 9mm, and I drilled this out and put a spring in there. So it looks like that actually works on this gun, but it's just for looks. But you know what? It looks a lot better now. I like it. I left the stock grip. I put this forearm on it. I like it. Looks cool. A little scope on it. I actually did tap that, take that off, the flash hider, and tapped it and everything. I can put a regular flash hider on there if I want. I just don't have one for it right now. So, but here it is. I can tell you some of the things I had problems with. Well, one of them is that the BCG bolt carrier group, yeah, they're pretty rough when you get them. And so I had to just smooth that out and said, say hello to my little friend. Okay, I had to get that out of the way. I had to, just take it apart and everything. I actually took the spring out for the firing pin because I had a little spring in there to keep the firing pin back. Then it started shooting better. Then I had to modify the firing pin so it would come in and actually hit the bullet because I was getting some fail to fires. Once I modified the firing pin just so it would come in and hit the round a little harder and took that spring out, I have no fail to fires anymore in this gun unless it's an actual dud. You can see I took off the plastic stock and I put on a regular tube and everything. So it's adjustable. In fact, I used my plastic stock, which is still usable because I modified it, but I use it for my slide fire. And I haven't used this on the 22s yet, but I'm going to and see if it actually wants to fire with a slide fire. So basically that's my Chiappa 22. It's extremely accurate. 150, 200 yards, you can hit whatever you shoot at, within 6 inches at 200 yards, within a couple inches at 150, and at 100 yards you're within an inch on this gun. Yeah, basically it was just the bolt carrier group. You gotta make sure it slides back and forth real good. You might have to once in a while take a file to the ejector, make sure it's not got a burr on it or anything that's keeping it from grabbing the bullets, and just do the regular maintenance on it. And this thing fires good, looks good. It is a polymer upper and lower, and I mean you could modify the lower to be like AR-15ish and be able to make it, but it wouldn't. This is not like beefed up like the polymer AR-15, so it probably wouldn't last very long. The upper, you could actually put a regular AR-15 upper on it and just put the barrel, because the barrel can screw right in like normal. But you know what? And then you're wasting an upper. Unless this thing breaks, I'll just use it like this. It's because of the barrel is a solid steel barrel. It's not just like a plastic over a stainless steel insert tube. It's really good. It does shoot really good. It's accurate. The gun is just heavy enough that it doesn't recoil or anything. So, um, and it looks good. I have fun with it. Um, so that's what I wanted to give a little look-see at the Chiappa, or however you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it, Chiappa. But um, and that's the only thing I really did to modify this one is put this on and thread and tap this so I can put a regular brake on it, and just did a little massaging on the internals, and because it's basically just a the same thing as a CCMG or whatever. You could just stick a CCMG in here. It would take the same thing, I think, if as long as the ejector slot is in the same spot, and I think they're pretty close. So that's it. You know, it was worth it to put this so I can adjust it, because I like a little bit longer than what the stock one was. So, but it looks good. It's not as heavy as an AR-15, but it's not as light as like a M&P 22. So, all right. Thanks for watching. I wanted to show what mags work and what don't work in that Chiappa real quick. 50 round drum from Black Dog work great. Any mags from Black Dog work great. The stock Chiappa ones that I like because they load really good don't seem to feed into the Chiappa gun. Them four. I haven't really looked into it too much because I just use these and I put them in to any of my other guns that take these type mags, and these shoot fine in all the other guns. So it's just a feed issue. It fed fine before I modified the bolt carrier group in there. After that, to get it to fire right, and then it wouldn't fire with these mags for some reason. It does, but it's just not consistent. It'll misfeed. But the regular Black Dogs, it seems to fire just fine. You know, I'm looking at the top, and it looks like the Black Dogs just maybe hold the bullet down just a little bit more. And I'm thinking maybe that's what the issue was. It looks like the feed lips come back a little more on the Black Dog too. It might be that, you know, the bullet's angling up too high in these, and that you can kind of modify it with a couple little things you can do. But these are all plastic feed lips, and the Black Dogs that I have are metal. Well, this one's, it's not. It's just a beefier plastic one on the 50. But I don't worry about it too much. I'll even shoot these once in a while. But they're like 32 rounds. What do they say on there? Let's see if they actually say. Yeah, they say just ChiappaFirearms.com. I mean, they're about as cheap as they can get. I think these are like 32 rounds. For these, this one's like a 25 rounder, but I got 32 rounders of these. And this is a 50 round. This one shoots really good in all the guns that take this style. I think it's an Atkinson's or Atkinson's type setup, where it just fits in just like this one I modified, made that smoother right here because this one didn't want to. It was hitting the mag release, so I just modified it so it would slide up and over instead of the notch. That's all I did to that one, and it works fine now. And